Shauna Weber. I direct the Office of Sustainability at Princeton University. We do have a campus sustainability plan, and it's great to have a plan, but what was really exciting is the fact that there was a community that grew up around developing it. The three areas of priority in the Princeton Sustainability Plan are greenhouse gas reductions, resource conservation, and research, education, and civic engagement. One of the things that's special about the Princeton approach is a commitment to having an educational aspect as part of every sustainability initiative. That way, whatever we have going on has more of an impact than it would have otherwise. I'm really excited about some of the collaborations that are starting to emerge. Dr. Eileen Zerba in the Princeton Environmental Institute has been initiating a green roof study on one of our renovated residential colleges. And what's really neat about that is that it took collaboration between academic programs, curriculum, staff in the facilities department, and students to make this happen. We think about the campus as a whole, as a sort of an ecosystem when we're thinking about sustainability. One of the ecosystem components that we impact is Carnegie Lake.
The project has to do with the impact of sustainable practices on campus and what effect these land use changes have on the regional watershed and particularly Carnegie Lake. My philosophy of teaching is to use an experiential learning platform where students work on real-life projects that make a difference in some way to either the university or the community. They work on some kind of local problem that really translates to global environmental issues. We go down to the Kingston boat ramp where we have 8 different kayaks. Students are at first instructed on how to make the individual measurements, but then you have to get out in the field and do the practical how-to. What exactly do you do in the kayak? How many tubes do you collect?
We hosted a sustainability open house in the fall of 2008.
Today's event is really the sustainability plan laid out across this whole floor of Frist.
We've had lots of people stopping by the booth and sort of asking what's been going on and what was different this year about outdoor action.
So Boeing Safety collects a ton of bicycles. We get the ones that are in the best quality, we refurbish them, we fix them up, and then we rent them to students on a per semester basis. So this is the a bicycle generator where you can essentially sit on the bike, and we have a generator attached to the back wheel. And you realize how much energy it takes of a human to power these. I mean, this is just a 60-watt bulb, but try a hair dryer, that's 1,200 watts.
We're really trying to focus on a couple of things in our particular table, and the first thing really has to do with recycling. And recycling is a huge thing on this campus in terms of our sustainability initiatives. And this is an automatic floor scrubber. It's battery operated, and it scrubs hundreds of thousands of square feet of corridor space every night. The magic of this particular machine is it does it without the use of a cleaning chemical.
These are some organic chips, some organic hummus, also featured in Cafe Vivian.
There you go, Cafe Vivian. Nice change they've made.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's our first green cafe. It's sustainable, so it's either local, organic, humanely treated, or certified humane, or fairly traded. If the food's good, I'm in charge of it. If you don't like it, then it's Nick's job over here. And Nick is local. See this spoon? It's made out of potato-based plastic. We have the Greening Princeton group to thank for a lot of our initiatives. There are students who I call my R&D department. They're very helpful in letting us know what the latest trends are.
So we're talking about our research on sustainable landscaping on campus, particularly our work at the stormwater detention pond on campus. Our research is a mixture of fieldwork and numerical modeling. What we're interested in studying is how they can also be used to reduce the nutrient loads carried by stormwater.
I'm part of a course called EPICS, which stands for Engineering Products and Community Service. One of the things I did last year was I wired a dollhouse with solar panels to teach children at a local learning center the fundamentals of solar power. We wired in LED lights, radios, fans, and when this is in the sun, you can't stop the kids from pressing the buttons, and all the things go off at once.
If we're going to reach our CO2 goals by 2020, we not only have to build our new buildings better, we have to go back at the buildings that were built years ago when energy was cheap and tune them up. We're looking at making our lighting more efficient, looking at technology like daylighting, which will dim your lights down to a lower energy draw if you have enough natural light in the building.
We have this wonderful set of capabilities at Princeton in science, in policy, in engineering and applications. And with all of that capability to teach, to research, to share, we have to very much have to lead in practicing what we preach.
One of the things I've noticed over the last few years is a really dramatic increase in student level of awareness about sustainability. The level of engagement in student clubs has climbed dramatically. The level of enrollment in environmental courses has climbed. And the level of interest in incorporating sustainability into undergraduate thesis projects and graduate work is also increasing, and that's very encouraging.
I think an important goal of higher education is to help our students become problem solvers and responsible citizens, especially, in my point of view, for the environment.
Sustainability efforts at the university have existed for far longer than the program itself. The program is a way to catalyze all of those efforts, but Princeton has been a leader in innovation and energy efficiency for decades.
Princeton's a particularly good university to focus on energy and the environment. We are the home of the most important fusion research laboratory in the country at the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory. We have on the Forrestal campus one of the most important climate change group in the country, the Geophysical Fluid Dynamics Laboratory. We also have in the Princeton Environmental Institute a remarkable interdisciplinary group of scientists, engineers, policy experts from the Woodrow Wilson School who are collaboratively working together in order to identify some of the most important issues and approach them from both scientific, engineering, and policy perspectives.
The idea is that in a university setting, one can really try something that's very different. And what we need is not evolutionary, slight incremental increases in the efficiency. We need some revolutionary breakthrough. I am very much interested, and I think many material scientists and many people in physics and chemistry communities in particular as well are very interested in trying to use the kinds of expertise that we have to address many societal problems, the most pressing of which right now is energy and environment. And I feel that anyone with a unique tool that has the capability to contribute in a positive way to solving these kinds of problems should be doing it. If you start thinking about non-fossil fuel related forms of energy and electricity, you have to think about things like solar energy. I'm particularly interested in photovoltaics that directly produce electricity and the use of sunlight to actually do chemistry to produce fuels.
Most of us would wish that we had a bigger planet. We could emit a carbon dioxide and not think about it, relax and enjoy it. It's all an extra task. The way I put it sometimes is there's only a small number of people work in climate science. A few thousands, maybe a few tens of thousands. They have developed this information. They've brought the news that we're changing the planet to our own detriment. Never has the work of so few people led to so much being asked of so many. This is a big deal. We have to understand it, learn in our own lives how to be responsive to it, and presumably go out and lead one community or another which gets involved. Are there jobs? Are there careers down this road? You bet. Because this is a major challenge to the country and the world.